set up for Ohio State.
You've waited all day for this.
Don't let that team stand in the way. He's going to take it to the house. 85 yards. Down the right side, going Devin Smith. Got it at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
The one show that's nothing but the Buckeyes.
Oh, Brad Rucker for the touchdown. Kraft shoots it high on the right for 3.
This is the Buckeye Show.
Happy Friday to all you fine Buckeye fans. Hope you're doing well. Hope it's been a good week so far. We got a really, really jam-packed show, and we got a lot more Buckeye coverage than just our show tonight. So it's going to be fun. I'm Timmy Hall. Rhyme Time is back there. He's wearing a hoodie made for losers. It's North Carolina basketball. Kansas is actually the birthplace of North Carolina basketball, for those that didn't know. For where North Carolina basketball, which is so famous for where it originated, it would not be what it is if Kansas basketball did not exist.
Dane, they're even putting it on shirts in Lawrence.
That's how you know you're in their heads.
It's ridiculous.
It's even on shirts. Yes, it is. I can't remember the last time Kansas lost a basketball game to North Carolina.
Bill Self is 5-0. Yeah, I'll say that. I saw that stat the day after the game. I was like, I did not need to see that at 6:30 this morning.
It's just been really nice, I got to tell you. All right, and to my right here in studio with us for the whole entire show, I can't believe we got him on a Friday night. The wide receiver extraordinaire, an all-American guy, Dane Sanzenbacher, ladies and gents.
Mm-hmm. Is it Friday?
It is Friday, but feels like it's the weekend, baby.
Yeah. Fired up. What's going on, Tim?
Oh, we got a lot going on. So I'm fired up for the Wrigley Field game. Everybody is excited for that or annoyed by that, depending on which side of the fence you're on. A lot of media members are a little perturbed and annoyed by this. I think we're thinking about player safety. We're going to get into some of this. We'll talk about the configuration. I think I decided midweek, ultimately, I'm going to look at the cool side of this and how unique it is, and it's one of the fabled stadiums in North America. It's Wrigley Field. You're not going to get to do this every single year. And once we get done talking about football, we've got a men's basketball game tonight. Boys are on the road.
It's a great time of year.
Yeah, we got a top 25 matchup. The Buckeyes, with that first win over Texas, got themselves into the top 25. They were right on the fringe of being in to start the season anyway, so that propelled them in. They can stay in and just entrench themselves in the top 25 if they get a win on the road at Texas A&M. I know the men's soccer program has got a Big Ten championship game coming up here this weekend. Women's hockey is taking on Wisconsin. You got the number 1 and number 2 ranked hockey teams in the country battling right now. They play tonight and tomorrow night. Just a good weekend. Good weekend in Buckeye Nation.
It is. It's a good weekend to be a Buckeye fan.
It is. What are you most excited for?
Yeah, it's got to be the game in Chicago, but I'm interested to break this thing down because everything you just brought up, I haven't picked a side yet. I'll be evaluating my feelings on this game as we go through it. I'm excited for it, but yeah, I don't know. We can cross that bridge when we get there.
We'll stack the discussion a little bit because I do think there's a lot there that I want to talk about with the stadium in general and what's being said. But as far as a tone setter goes, it's the Northwestern Wildcats. They're a 4-5 football team. That's what they are. They're struggling a little bit. They had a really good season last year. For David Braun to pop in there and for them to win 8 games, that was a really strong year. And they still got Cam Porter running the football, but they lost a lot of guys. They're trying to keep their head above water right now, and they're still in this thing, right? I mean, you look at what their schedule is down the stretch, though. 4-5, it's going to be tough for them to try to get to bowl eligibility. That would be a great thing for them if they can somehow get their way to bowl eligibility. But when you were playing, when you have one of these programs on the schedule that you just traditionally dominate. You know what I mean? Like it's 65-14, I think, is the Buckeyes' all-time record over Northwestern. It's really rare for Northwestern to beat Ohio State. It is. It's a rare thing if that happens. It's never a good thing if it happens. No. What does that do to your mental preparation when it's a game like that?
Well, I think Northwestern is a program, and it might not always be with Ohio State, that, has historically been good for 1 or 2 upsets. And there's that part of the Big Ten that falls into that category that's almost what the ceiling of the expectation is for the athletic programs. They want a competitive team that is good for taking down one of the big guys every once in a while. I don't know if that's this year's Northwestern team, But, typically that's what you're going to get. I think staying up for this game, it's more on the coaching staff than I think it is the players, because it's hard to manufacture an environment. It was hard when I played to manufacture an environment where you're kind of dominant over this team. You have a lot more talent, but now I can't imagine even more so, because you could kind of keep people in a bubble more. Now everybody is so hyper aware of everything that's going on. Guys probably know the spread of this game, so it's harder and harder to kind of control the mood of the locker room. I don't usually worry about the player side, because I think at this level, and these guys are so locked in on their individual jobs, and that's how I felt when I was playing. Like, it didn't matter. You have jobs to do for every play, and I think that's just how they're wired at this level. So I think the challenge kind of falls on how the coaches have been presenting this all week.
I feel it still feels weird to me too. We're not that far removed from when all that Pat Fitzgerald stuff went down. And wasn't that crazy? I don't think you could, for perception, right? Because you have to think about perception for us not knowing him and for us, not having any connections with the Northwestern football program. But he was perceived to be one of the golden boys of college football coaching, Like, he would stay there forever, Northwestern guy. He was always sort of pseudo talked about for bigger jobs. But you've got to be so happy at a place like Northwestern. You're in Chicago. And if you, like you said, they would have those years where they'd be a 4-win team, and then they might be an 8 or 9-win team the very next year. Like, they could quickly replenish or develop some guys that were underclassmen in a 1-year time. Maybe they got a lot of playing time in the last half of a Big Ten season. Then in that next season, they were ready to go and give them something. They were going back and forth all the time. And when you're winning 9 games every so often at Northwestern, that's astonishing. So Fitzgerald could have been there forever. And for him to be gone like that, and for the reasons, it was really shocking stuff.
Yeah, I don't remember all the details of it. But I do remember that it's just a terrible look.
It was just real bad.
As like, it looks terrible on a program. It's terrible on all levels because it's embarrassing to your fan base. It's embarrassing to your donors. Hard to recruit with stuff like that.
It was the hardcore hazing.
And a lot of it was just weird. So it's like, that's the type of thing that no matter, I agree with you that I think Fitzgerald was about as
clean, right?
Well, or as like unfireable as there was a Big Ten coach.
Yeah.
Because he was who he was at Northwestern and seemed to make it clear, like, this is where I want to be. He was kind of the hope and had eyes wide open of what Northwestern football is, right? Of hey, this is what our expectations are. I want to try to push us higher, but like he got it. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be an uphill battle for the Wildcats to find themselves in this Big Ten.
It will.
A new stadium might help. I mean, the whole reason we're at Wrigley right now is because we're too big for the temporary stadium, and there's a temporary stadium because they're building this big, brand new, beautiful facility. So I don't know. Maybe that's a part of it. Clearly, they're investing in football.
Well, you're right. You're right about it being brand new and really nice, but they're actually going with a less is more type of model, are they not? Yeah. I don't think this is going to seat more than 38,000, this new stadium.
Which is, I think, a good call to lean into that.
I mean,
you're getting more of like a Columbus Crew type intimate vibe in the stadium, so everything is very nice, but they don't need all those seats, right? There's one or two games a year that they're packing the place out. If you want to make it smaller, more intimate, better, that's probably the way to go.
I was going to say there's some facilities here in Columbus that could maybe take a look at that. Take a look at that concept, at that idea. I go on to the thing that I've been talking about for 10 years, basically since I've been here. When you talk about that gigantic basketball arena that we got, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, you don't love it as a venue?
I think you could reduce the number of seats and have something a little bit more quaint, a little bit tighter. The one thing, too, about the shot that maybe never gets talked about, we just focus on the environment and how we can't fill the shot for the early season games. I think it's the actual physical structure of how the basketball court sits in there is a thing as well. Have you ever sat behind the hoop at the shot? You're just so far behind the basket. Jacob, you love hoops, right? You've been in that building and seen games. Am I lying here?
No.
It's just you're so far away if you're behind a basket. And the lower bowl seats behind the basket, I really do not like sitting there.
I think in the Aaron Kraft days, I sat basically right behind the stanchion, probably still like 5 or 6 rows back.
It's a rough spot.
Yeah,
it is.
I could hardly see. There was a key play where Shannon Scott got a technical, and it was because he threw a guy down, and I didn't see it happen because it happened right in front of the stanchion.
Yeah, and you're blocked out from the view.
Yeah.
Why do you think our guys I think Paul Keels and Ron Stokes just prefer to be up there anyway because it's the home arena and you have the choice, but they love being up there in the middle ring. A lot of times when you hear about your play-by-play crew for hoops, you want to be right there on the court. Right there on
What year was the shot built?
Oh, that was like turn of the century-ish, 98 maybe? 98-ish?
Century.
Well, what do you call it?
It's a fine way to call it.
It's 26 years ago.
Okay, yes. Yeah. It's one of those, it's hard to put your finger on, but I don't think that the main intention, they were saying like, okay, we're going to build this to be the perfect environment for college basketball.
And
can't be what was in mind.
That's a little bit of what my problem is.
It is, right? I mean, it can do a lot of things. It can host a lot of different events when they're pouring money into that. I'm not saying it's the right answer. I'm saying that is why it is the way it is.
You can build a beautiful new arena with 13 or 14,000 seats, and you're going to get all of those same A-list acts. It's just about how you set up the building for it and switch it over. You just
what's the capacity
design
now?
It the right way. It's like 18, 19,000. I mean, Dave Matthews Band, he's coming to town this week. I probably have a little thing about him in my final walkthrough later on. A little thing called You'll See. But they would play in Charlottesville, and the place that they built for UVA basketball, I want to say the John Paul Jones Center, very nice. I think it's under 14,000 or right around, and it's perfect. And he in Charlottesville, like you think about where he's biggest, that's where the band was formed. So they would play 2 or 3 straight nights there. And they could actually play 10 or 20 straight nights there and it'd probably be fine.
The argument, I'm with you. I'm just trying to stick up for the shot as much as I can here. But I don't think that it's even the greatest music venue. So I think what it fell into is this kind of middle ground.
Good job sticking up for it there.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you don't hear a lot of people like, yeah, it's great at this one thing. It can do a lot of things, which means it can sell a lot of tickets, which it probably generates a lot of money, but it's not the best venue for any one thing in Columbus.
How about that thing? We were talking about Northwestern football and then their stadium, and then it turned back to the Schottenstein Center because of the capacity size for Northwestern's new football stadium. That's what took us there. But we will get back to it. We're going to get right back to that. There's been 2 things being discussed at length this week, and I'm dying to get Dane Sanzenbacher's perspective on both of those issues. We're going to do that next. It is the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
Death, taxes, and beating Michigan every damn year. This is your flagship home for Ohio State football. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
AgPro has been family-owned and operated for over 64 years. We take pride in developing long-lasting relationships and offering first-class customer service. Need a new tractor, parts for your used equipment, or reliable service? AgPro has you covered. AgPro is here to serve you and your operation as your hometown dealer. Visit us today at any of our AgPro locations or go online to agproco.com to get started with your AgPro experience.
Imagine a tailgate. The heat of the flame, the sizzle of the burger, the squeeze of the ketchup. Grilling is essential to tailgating as the game itself. Weber grills are there in the hours, minutes, and even seconds before kickoff. Before the best damn band in the land plays the battle cry, signaling it's time to take the field. Weber is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. This season, Weber created an officially licensed limited edition Ohio State grill inspired by the iconic Buckeye helmets. Find the best damn grill in the land at local Ohio retailers.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
The National Veterans Memorial and Museum in Columbus preserves and shares the stories of our nation's veterans from all branches and all eras of service. With a gift of $20 or more, You can honor a veteran in your life by dedicating a flag in their name to be displayed on the museum's expansive grounds on Veterans Day weekend. Your gift will be matched, and your veteran's name will be shared on our website. Learn more at nationalvets.org.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
Save time, reduce costs, and eliminate printer frustrations with Modern Office Methods, your award-winning managed print services provider. We know how to help your business reduce the cost of office printing by identifying necessary print and paper waste. We can improve your printer fleet and decrease the amount of printer frustration. Why wait? Start saving time and money today. Start with our comprehensive print fleet assessment by going to momnet.com and click on Free Assessment.
Guess what? Our ugly faces are on YouTube. Search 971 The Fan and watch all your favorite shows. Laptop, phone, tablet, smart TV, we're everywhere. Bring us in the bedroom with you. Yes, The Fan.
Ohio has over 920,000 diabetics. If you are a diabetic, take a step in the right direction by having your feet checked routinely by a podiatric physician, the most qualified doctors to care for your feet. Adding a podiatrist to your healthcare team can help you better manage the effects of diabetes on your feet. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Hey folks, it's game day and the betting's gonna be intense, Drew.
You said it, Dave, but a good pregame routine keeps betting responsible.
That's right, you gotta pause before you play.
Good call. Sports betting is hot, but it can be risky.
And pausing to set limits is an all-star move.
That's right, Dave. If you bet on sports, pause before you play to set limits, recognize the risks, and know when to stop.
Learn more at pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Cloudy, breezy, and cool for the most part, dry on this Friday evening. Temperatures in the low 50s. Down to the low 40s overnight with mainly cloudy skies by Saturday morning. We'll dry it out with some sunshine and warm it up just a bit in the afternoon with highs in the mid-50s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
College radio done by professionals. This is the Buckeye Show.
Timmy Hall, Dane, Sanzenbacher, hanging out here with all you fine Buckeye fans on a football Friday. Now, if you are listening to the show on the radio the old-fashioned way, there's those other ways you can always listen to remember as well. We got the Fan app. We told Tyvis about this app for the first time 2 weeks ago. He didn't know it existed. It was crazy. There's the website, 971thefan.com. And if you're getting home and you don't want to stop listening, but you just have to go inside, you can just turn on the big screen, fire up the YouTube app, and then you can start watching the show. So we're there on YouTube. I'm still wearing my leather jacket. You can check that out. The sunglasses are off now. The aviators are off because I'm blind.
Do you own this jacket?
Wear those for effect. Do I own this jacket?
Yeah.
It's my jacket. Yeah. It used to be the common man's jacket, but he gave it to me a year ago because he said his wife hated it and it was a size large, and he was asking people at work, does anyone wear size large or is looking for a nice black leather jacket? And I said, I'll take a look at it. Like I don't know why this happens, but I feel like we as men hit a certain point in life where we give away our leather jacket. I had a black leather jacket. And I gave it away when I was like 32 years old or something. And I don't know why, because now that I'm 40, I wanted it back.
Well, you might have been a little young for the black leather jacket.
Oh, I had my black leather jacket when I was in high school, man.
I think we're at a point now that it's almost like it's reserved for movie star or 50 plus. Unfortunately.
You've never had one?
No.
Really?
No.
I think you would look quite good in one.
I don't think it was you don't see many millennials in leather jackets.
Matter of fact, we're going to do this.
I could be wrong. I mean, you guys can chime in on YouTube if you have a leather jacket on right now, but yeah, I don't know. I think you graduate up into the leather jacket. I can't say I can sign on with people just give them away. I've never seen that. I've never been offered a leather jacket by another man.
Maybe it was a product of the 90s. I don't know. I mean, maybe it was something with the image that was portrayed, because that's when I'm a 90s kid. I graduated high school and college in the 2000s, but I did most of my growing up, and most of my cultural references are from the 90s. And Jesse Stamos. Jesse Stamos. Did I just combine Uncle Jesse and John Stamos?
I did.
That's how much I love that guy. I just combined the two guys and molded them into one. John Stamos, Uncle Jesse, in that look, that leather jacket, that was everything. That was who you wanted to be. Uncle Jesse in Full House. And so maybe that's why I had to get mine. I remember saving my money, my own money, from the golf course jobs that I worked. And even back then, for what the prices were, I think I still needed about $200, $250 to get the leather jacket that I wanted. It was in the shopping mall that my mom worked in, and I went to the Wilson's Leather and had it picked out. It was a different style one. It was just a straight leather jacket with a zipper, and it had just the nice, like, regular style collar.
I think maybe because leather jackets were so big in the 80s, and for my generation, dads were wearing leather jackets because they were still like feeling the way you just described.
Oh, yeah.
That you weren't going to wear something that your dad was wearing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they had a little lull for my. So, no, I don't.
You take a break from it.
Yeah. I think it just skips a generation.
Yeah. Well, because I'm not going to blow up the next segment, because we have got a very special guest coming up at 6:33 that I will tell you about. We don't have that many Hall of Famers to talk to. But Katie Smith, who is back with the Ohio State women's basketball program, she is one of them. A living, breathing Naismith Hall of Famer. Cannot wait to talk to her. She was just part of the Minnesota Lynx organization that just had the 3-game series with the Liberty in the WNBA. That one went the distance. That was awesome. Now she's back here helping out the Ohio State women's basketball program that is nationally ranked all the time now, and they're in the top 15, and they're looking really good. So we'll talk to her. At the 6:48 segment, I'm just going to give this leather jacket to you, and you're going to wear it for a segment. You're going to get to see how you look in it.
Yeah.
I think you'll look fantastic. I think you're a men's large, too.
Yeah, I could probably squeeze into a medium these days.
Oh, wow.
We'll see.
Imagine that. An NFL wide receiver wearing size medium.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable.
It's gritty.
So, first of two things that have been just talked about a lot this week. We were touching on the actual stadium aspect of the game, Ohio State at Northwestern. What is your opinion on playing this game at a baseball stadium? Anything concerning to you, or if you put yourself back into the mind as a player? Did you ever care about that sort of thing, or did that fall by the wayside?
Have we seen any images of it yet? Has it been out there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, maybe I missed that.
You did.
Did we get a full end zone, or are we cutting off a corner still?
No, it fits.
It fits just barely?
So I don't know what you remember about the last time that they were doing games in Wrigley, but now they've kind of pushed the field towards the first base line. And it looks like they were able to remove I don't know how the hell you do it. How do you remove a dugout from a Major League Baseball stadium? What does that cost, $1 million to temporary how do you remove a dugout? Like I truly don't get it. But it looks like the third base side one is gone. And the stadium, the end zone fits, but there looks like there's some sharp corners and some lack of space, if you want to call it that.
I don't know. I guess it's enough to draw. So one thing, it's a game that the casual viewer will not watch, but might watch now that it's in Wrigley, because you want to see what it looks like. It's the same thing they do when they play in the Yankee Stadium. So, mission is to get eyeballs on it. Mission is not, hey, let's make this thing practical. Let's make a field actually fit in there. Yeah, absolutely. If you're asking if I'm going to notice the same thing like an outfielder sprinting towards the wall for a fly ball, yeah, you know where it's coming up. That's weird. I would definitely have that in my mind if I'm going towards the end zone and not seeing. You almost never have to worry that you're going to hit a wall if you run through the end zone.
Right. There's a good 25 feet of space, right? In a regular football field setup, before the wall is there. And there's a lot of people there as well, like photogs and media types that you can kind of run through, and they might help to try to stop you or so. So you would feel a little odd, a little iffy about this in certain aspects.
Yeah. No doubt. I mean, it's clear they've done this before. It rarely works out great. There's always some kind of hiccups that the team has to go one way, or they can only fit one field goal in, or whatever it might be. Now I was just trying to think of what's a better place in Chicago that you could put the game, because they couldn't put it. The temporary field is cool. It looks it.
Well, dude, there's an NFL stadium there.
Well, that's the natural question. Why wouldn't you pick Soldier? Maybe they just didn't want him tearing up the field because I don't know if the Bears
tearing
have
up the field. Have you seen the grass there? Maybe that's beneath us, but look at the field we play on at the Shoe.
What do you mean? The Shoe doesn't have good grass?
Have you been watching the games? How they're slipping all the time?
No, I haven't.
The turf is just awful there, my opinion. And it's becoming a topic now, at least the last couple of weeks.
I don't know. Maybe it's old.
It's not old. It's just, I don't think it's good. That's the thing. Will Howard slipping all over the place. Anyway, I'm with you. I don't know why they couldn't play it at a football stadium. I think it's more for the Northwestern had 1 year or so here to take a big game, move it to an iconic stadium like that. They've been doing this already. Mm-hmm. And so I think they just wanted to take some more of the opportunities to get in a famous spot. It's on the north side, too, so it's a lot closer.
Oh, yeah. I mean, everything outside of the actual playing of it is going to be awesome. Yeah. The atmosphere around Wrigley will be outstanding for this game. Everything leading up to it, as I'm just from a player perspective, I wouldn't love it, but,
Second thing I'll ask you after we talk to Katie Smith, the second thing that's been talked about a lot this week, because we've got a big guest alert. As I said, Naismith Basketball Hall of Famer hanging around. Katie Smith, involved with the women's basketball program as an assistant coach now. We're going to talk to her about being back next. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
The Fan is live and local with Morning Juice, Caffeinate, and Dominate.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Men, it's the holidays, a time of love and joy. But if you suffer from erectile dysfunction, the season can be tough on you. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you and your partner are experiencing struggles because of ED, change it up this year. Give the best gift you can give to the one you love by treating your ED and restoring your relationship. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED, and as a Promenic restorative health practice, we've literally seen countless thousands of relationships renewed across the nation. Plus, with treatments having success rates well over 90%, coupled with many treatment options, we can likely find the right one for you. You may even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us and give your partner the best gift you can give this season, a renewed, restored relationship. Your first visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in our office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654. Or go to tristatemenshealth.com. That's tristatemenshealth.com.
This Saturday, choose chill and grab a Coors Light. Press play on Ohio State football and pause on everything else. We know there's nothing like game day in Columbus. So whether you're at the tailgate, the bar, or just watching from home, choose the one beer that's made for Ohio State game day. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics 2024.
Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly.
In a divorce, it's important to have a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell, a domestic litigation and family law firm. We champion your rights as an individual and your role as a parent, taking an aggressive approach in court while leveling the legal playing field in domestic matters. That's what a champion does. That's what Cordell & Cordell can do for you. Visit us at CordellCordell.com.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
There's nothing like having Common Man and T-Bone resting on your bosom.
Oh, for someone with no breasts, you've done very well for yourself.
Gross. Pick up the latest T-shirt in the Fan store or pick up merch from a show you actually like. We even have Ohio State and jacket stuff. Head to 971thefan.com.
To Central Ohioans, fall means one thing, football. At Sears Heating and Cooling, fall also means one thing, furnaces. We're not plumbers or electricians. Nope. For 74 years, we've been your Central Ohio heating and cooling experts. Need an electrician or plumber? We'll gladly give you a referral, but we won't pretend to be your one-stop shop for all the trades. We're HVAC experts, and our mission is to provide the highest quality service at the best possible price. That's the local advantage of doing business with your neighbors at Sears Heating and Cooling. Online at SearsHeatingCooling.com.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
The future of recycling is now at Rumpke Waste and Recycling. The recycling leader has opened North America's largest, most technologically advanced recycling center right here in Central Ohio. This one-of-a-kind facility features interactive displays, educational opportunities, and the ability to process over 60 tons of recycled material per hour. Rumpke is committed to recycling and sustainability efforts. And for more than 90 years, Rumpke has worked to make sure the items you place in your recycling bin get used again. Visit Rumpke.com to learn how you can team with Rumpke to put less trash in our landfills and more of it to good use.
Hello, I'm Ross Bjork, Senior Vice President and Eugene Smith, Wolf Foundation Endowed Athletics Director at The Ohio State University. In partnership with AEP, Donato's, Kroger, The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, Huntington, and 10 TV, Ohio State Athletics strives to inspire the community to make a positive impact on children and families in our great state through the Buckeyes Care Initiative. Show and share your support in the community by using the hashtag BuckeyesCare.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource, proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Preseason, midseason, offseason. We keep on rolling. You've got the Buckeye Show.
Timmy Hall and our guy Dane Sanzenbacher with you guys tonight, and we are so excited to open up the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline because she's one of the best athletes in Ohio State history. The best women's basketball player in program history. A Naismith Hall of Famer. I could go on and on and on, and I don't normally hit the applause for any old guest, but I do it for Katie Smith, Ohio State assistant basketball coach. Katie, I got to say, welcome to the show. I was pleasantly surprised to see that you were coming back here. You've had a decade of experience coaching in the WNBA. I know you could have been a top name for any one of these head coaching vacancies. How did you wind up back here in Columbus? This is awesome.
Well, hello to you guys. What's up, Dane?
Hi, Katie.
So it really was just timing, personally, in my life. I got married a year ago. We got kids. We got a 7th grader, one in college. My mom and dad, just need a little bit more help these days. And being around and spending time with them it was important. So being able to get home and also continue to do what I love, obviously at my alma mater, was really just a no-brainer. So it's just kind of timing. We all hit points in our lives where things take priority, and right now that's it.
Yeah, Katie, it's Dane. When the news broke of this, my wife was so excited and showed me. She's like, she's coming back. I was like, I know, it's great. But she asked me the question, and I didn't look too far into it. So is this going to be the only gig, or are you still going to do kind of double duty with some WNBA work?
No, this is my only gig. So, a lot of people in my life, the WNBA, I would always pack up and leave for 6 months. This past year was 7 months a year. So home has always been in Columbus. My house is here. But the last 5 and just, a little bit more of a family over the last 5-6 years is, it just changes things. And then, as I said, my parents. But no, I have one gig, and that is Ohio State. And it was bittersweet. I loved my time in Minnesota. We had an awesome year this year. Couldn't quite get it done at the end, but Minnesota was great. The people, the staff, they're all at my wedding. So tough to say bye. It's something I've done for 25 years, coaching and playing. So it's going to be a little change. But, leaving 6-7 months out of the year, packing up and leaving, and maybe seeing your family for possibly a month it's a little rough.
Yeah, well, we're glad you're back, and I'm sure the program is. I mean, so this is obviously going to be a little bit of a shift for you now, working from going with professional athletes back to the college level. I mean, I'm sure you bring a ton of experience. Are you looking forward to that shift, and what are you kind of looking forward to?
I am. Players are, I'm not going to say they're all the same, but in a sense, I think the great thing here, when short time I've been here and also just being around the program over the last few years, just kind of scouting and watching, is Ohio State has a lot of talent. So when you're coaching these guys, you're not coaching some basic stuff. You truly are coaching the details, and a lot of these guys have aspirations to be pros. So you're able to coach them. They want to be coached, and you can coach at a high level in the sense of it's not kind of the basic stuff. So just really, McGuff and the staff do such an amazing job of bringing in talent, and now you're really able to work with players that want to soak it up and can do some of the things you're asking. So the recruiting piece. Some of the NIL stuff, things like that, all of that's going to be somewhat of a learning curve. But on the court, what you teach, how you teach it, just kind of learn the way they've done stuff. But overall, it's basketball. And I know, as well as everybody else on our staff, what it takes to win, at a high level and be consistent. So overall, I've been pumped because the players are very, very talented.
No, that's a good point. And Katie Smith, who is back here now as an assistant coach for the Ohio State women's basketball program, one of the best to ever do it as a player and then been a longtime coach now, too. The thing with the changing landscape is you're not really late to it, Katie, because everybody's still learning it. So you're not really late. You just jump in there with the rest of them and try to figure this out.
Exactly. And I know it's going to be evolving, but, part of coming from the pros is there's a little bit of like a salary cap. Obviously, we deal with the salary cap. Free agency in a way. I understand this isn't exactly that. Like the rules and regulations, like what we have is a lot more, it's simpler because we know what we're getting ourselves into and everybody knows how much you're getting paid. Eventually it's kind of getting to that place. So there's some of that experience I think will translate of understanding how to evaluate talent, what do they worth in the sense of like the what's the metrics, like such and such got this, well that's kind of a comp, we don't want to pay too much more than that, so you got to kind of value because you got to, basically a salary cap over here, then you can't just spend it all in one place. You got to be smart about how you do it. So some of the things we've dealt, and then the players obviously getting paid to do what they love, it's more about, it's kind of a job necessarily. It's maybe not necessarily about the college experience as much anymore. It's about developing. It's kind of like the football program. You're developing pros. Like you want them to, those to come in here and then be able to move forward in that career. So I'm excited about it. Again, I'm going to learn a ton, get reconnected with a lot of people, and figure it out as well. And hopefully we can really hone in and get the resources we need to continue to be really, really competitive and hopefully finally bring a national championship here at some point.
So, Katie, you've been a part of this game and around this game for a long time. You've obviously seen it evolve. And I think there's got to be some differences. Even, we've seen the women's game grow in popularity even over the last few years. How have you seen it change from even when you were playing now or when you were playing then to where it is now, and talk a little bit about those changes?
Yeah, so the game in general, I can't say it's like, oh my gosh, they're just such different. Yeah, you got some bigger players shooting threes. It's a little less, post-dominated, things like that. But, some of the guards back in the day can play in this league. With the rules and the freedom of movement and all the things, they would have been very happy to be playing now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, talent-wise, it's very similar. Like the good ones in the past could be phenomenal now. But there are like the versatility, the 5-out type of actions, post players being more guard-like, the pace and things like that. Yeah, that's a little different. Like the style's a little different. But then on top of that, it's social media. It's the different platforms. It's more coverage. It's the ability to get to know these players on their Instagram and things, and now that connection, which then follows them to whatever college, and then so I just think the different platforms and obviously Caitlin was a phenomenon that came through here this last 4 years.
Oh yeah.
However, if you could study it and figure out why, and I'm not even sure you could, but it's, those eyes, new fans to the game, new eyeballs on, it was wild. But then it's awesome because then you get these fans in the stands and you're like, holy cow, Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier, like K-Mac, like you got, all these players throughout the league, Brown Stewart, like, now they're like, oh shoot, like this is fun. Like I've had so many people come to me and say, I've watched the WNBA a little bit, but this year I was locked in. And every game is competitive. Like it's coming down to the wire. And the NBA is a little different. We have blowouts. You have they don't play till the fourth quarter really. And it's just I think the product's amazing. I think the women put so much into it. The connection they have, and I think they really value, the fans and all that goes into it. So I'm pumped. I think it's well deserved. It's great to see that other people value it, and that's where it comes down to, the valuation of it. I mean, this is a moneymaker, and it's time to get in it and support it. And I'm just really proud of it. And want to make sure that we do our part to make sure it keeps growing.
No, everything you said in that answer, and I think that you said it in there, like, it'd be really interesting to ask the question why, and I have a lot of thoughts on that too, and I think a lot of it just kind of goes to, we had to grow up as humans, as people. I don't know. Like, we had to.
Yeah, I think the visibility helped it too, right?
We had to be less closed-minded, like Katie said. Like, once you watch it and actually give it a try, it is good ball.
Well, that's why she was probably kind of laughing at my question, because she's like, Dane, we've been doing this. No, you just haven't been paying attention.
I would have scored a lot more points without all these charges in the restricted area.
I know.
Movement.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's just, again, I just think it's an amazing game. I'm just glad that, those that played basketball, like all the fellows that were basketball players, they always had respect. Like the NBA guys, even the college guys. It's those that don't play and don't see and have a little bit more, as you said, a little closed-minded, are the ones that say, they can't dunk or they can't do this.
Stupid.
It's right. So at the end of the day, but again,
they're dumb.
Really but I'm just really excited that it's corporations, it's people with this TV rights. It matters and it's valuable. And that's the thing is, who said the Dallas Cowboys are valuable? Who said it? Who actually made up the rules and said that that's worth it, such and such? You know what I mean? Like, at some point, it's like the women we're just as, you know what I'm saying? So it's finally the ownership. And corporations are getting behind it, and it's like, so the value, again, I love it. I just want to be a part of it as it continues to grow, make sure that we're pushing and just being a platform to make sure it's out there.
No, it's awesome. We're really glad that you're back. By the way, we have a guy here, one of my producers, Bodie Wells, is a big Dallas Cowboy fan, and we've trained him so well. He even hates the Dallas Cowboys now, so it's great. Yeah, it's great. He's come to see the light, and that's where we are. But Katie Smith with the Ohio State women's basketball program. Go get him this season. We love the team. You guys look like you're going to be very, very strong this year, like they have been the last few cycles. Go get him. Good to have you back.
Hey, great to talk to you guys, and hopefully we'll talk again. So,
thanks, Katie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right,
yep. Have a good one. We would love to do it. Katie Smith on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. We are going to check in with Ryan Day. And after Wednesday's practice, Day spent some time to give some input on a guy that no one has really been talking about. We're going to hear that next. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
We know everything about you. We know you love the Buckeyes. We know you love the Jackets. We know you're wearing a red shirt. I just freaked the hell out of someone. The Fan.
Want to kick off your fall shopping with a touchdown? Shop Bob's Discount Furniture for pieces that fit your style and your space. Check out Bob's space-conscious and style-forward furniture for every room, like counter-height dining sets, convenient lift-top coffee tables, guest-friendly pop-up sleepers, and storage-filled seating perfect for game day hangouts. So stop and score winning design with Bob's Discount Furniture, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint. With their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind or grab a carryout. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizza, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
AgPro has been family-owned and operated for over 64 years. We take pride in developing long-lasting relationships and offering first-class customer service. Need a new tractor, parts for your used equipment, or reliable service? AgPro has you covered. AgPro is here to serve you and your operation as your hometown dealer. Visit us today at any of our AgPro locations or go online to agproco.com to get started with your AgPro experience.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
Bishop and Friends.
Will Howard is being treated at Ohio State like an NFL quarterback. When you listen to him talk, you understand why.
Bishop and Friends.
Sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from classic 3-cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big with a $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 1/7/25. See app for full terms.
Integrity, honesty, and quality. Words we live by here at Monogram Homes. Hi, this is Dina. And at Monogram Homes, we strive to bring your wants to your man cave, your needs to your kitchen, and your ideas to life. Most home builders claim to be custom, but starting with stock floor plans and templates isn't our idea of a tailored experience. At Monogram Homes, we start with a blank slate and work with you until you get exactly what you want. So start your true custom home journey today with a builder you can trust. Monogram Homes. Visit us online at monogramhomes.net.
Billiards Plus has the area's best selection of pool tables, shuffleboard tables, poker tables, and more. Santa will be here soon, and there's still inventory in stock, so get yours before Billiards Plus runs out. Don't forget your grill, too. Shop Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, what's all this I hear about season's free things?
Yeah, we're giving away even more than usual this season.
Free alignment with any Ford tire purchase isn't seasonal, Mike. It's free every day at Tire Discounters.
Sure, but right now, guess what else happens every day?
I know that customers can save up to $250 on Michelin tires.
Absolutely. Now, guess what else?
Mike, I'm a Phantom tire buyer with a secret identity. Please don't toy with me.
Okay, here's the deal.
Yes?
We're doing these drawings.
Like a game show.
And one lucky customer per day wins all their money back for 4 tires.
Spectacular! But why call it Season's Free Things?
You know, Season's Greetings. It's like a play on words.
Yes, of course it is. I knew that.
It's Season's Free Things at Tire Discounters. One lucky customer per day wins their money back on tires. Everyone saves big on major brands like Continental. And a free alignment and oil change comes with every 4 tire purchase.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Cosby Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Tailgating is a state of mind. You are listening to The Buckeye Show.
All right, we got something going on. We got something happening. Timmy Hall and Dane Sanzenbacher with you guys tonight. So, as I mentioned before, you know, you can watch the show as well. You know that by now, but you can search us up on YouTube, watch the programs on YouTube. And Dane Sanzenbacher right here is now wearing the black leather jacket. And what did you just say when you slipped into it?
It feels really good, Timmy. So I get the appeal.
Thank you.
As a wearer. But I would have to, I'm guessing, I don't know this, but this feels like it's something that would just be like girl repellent. I have to imagine like a lot of females, they look at this and guys might think it looks cool and there's like the racer collar, but they're just going to say like, no.
Yeah, but not now. Now, like with your...
Well, I'm married now, but I'm just saying
it doesn't matter, but you should still be able to feel good about yourself. Your wife is going to love you in that jacket.
I think if I walked in the house with this, there'd be like, what's up with that?
No, I think something else would. I think another like what's up would be going on.
There's a reason Common Man gave it away. Okay,
no.
Why did he give it to you?
Why did he just buy another leather jacket?
But why did he give it to you? Because his wife said...
His wife made him get rid of it.
And why would she make him get rid of such a fine-looking jacket?
You know what? She's wrong. And I think Kristen recognizes now that she was wrong. Now that so many of us have been rocking these leather jackets, and it just takes a few. It takes a few of us. Guys like us, we're lucky enough to have this platform, but we can also influence. We can sway. We did Tracksuit Friday, And then people started wearing track jackets again. Jason Kelsey was wearing that tracksuit on stage because of what was happening here at the Fan on Fridays.
Okay, so you want to
That's the
lead this
reach.
charge. Okay.
I'm just saying, consider getting yourselves a leather jacket. Wear it with just classic blue jeans. Or Dane is a big khaki fan. I actually commend you because you rock more khakis than maybe anyone I've seen. and I've found my pair of khakis deep in the closet, and I started to wear those again. And
It's a relatively new thing. I'm just trying it out. I've been testing it out. It's like, what if I just become more of a khaki guy and not always khaki color, but instead of the jean?
Don't you agree that people are not really wearing khakis anymore?
They're not. We can bring it back.
And this is mostly, you have found it, and it's a thing that you enjoy, and you look good in them.
This is mostly a waist-up show, so I think you're going to have a better chance of influencing leather jackets than khaki.
It is a waist-up show.
It's a torso show.
If it was a below-the-waist show,
yeah,
there would be some problems, but you look great.
I like that jacket.
It is fabulous. Fabulous on you. So,
thanks.
Before I go to Ryan Day's comment about a certain guy, I have to hit you with the second thing that was dominating this week. One was just that we're playing football in a baseball stadium. Mm-hmm. Guys, you know that. We're getting ready for Ohio State at Northwestern tomorrow at noon, 6:30 a.m. pregame coverage right here on the Fan. So we talked about that aspect. You were a little wishy-washy on it with, lack of space in the end zones. If you're a wide receiver, you would be cognizant of that. You would be feeling about that. Now, the other thing that's happened, lots of talk about it, lots of discussion. 6 straight noon games for the Buckeyes to finish the regular season.
Oh, my gosh. I didn't realize that.
Yes, it is kind of a crazy thing. When the Indiana game got locked in, that means that it is 6 in a row to end the season. And you can understand why there's some frustration there because you're a prominent team and you want to be in some prominent time slots. On the other side, Fox is basically saying that noon is the prominent time slot. That's the whole thing they set out to do with Big Noon Kickoff is make their prominent game at noon at the beginning of the day and not at the end of the day. I ask you from the player perspective, when did you like to play? Did you care about when you played? Because I've heard a lot of the players talk about the routine part of it, and they love the routine part of it.
Yeah, 3:30 is the Goldilocks kickoff, I think. It's late enough that it still feels like it's an important game. You'll get usually this time of year, you'll get the second half. It'll be a night game. You don't have to, it's not the early start. Yeah, noon games they're good and bad. I mean,
so you like 3:30 as personally you are a big fan of 3:30.
Yeah,
best of both worlds.
Yeah, if I had to pick, those feel important. But yeah, I mean, Big Noon changed the game with this, and it's not because there was like a fan vote that said yes, I want more noon games, more noon games. It just that's where they put their money. That's where they picked their draft picks of the best games that they wanted on their network.
Yeah,
and they're like, hey guys, you're going to live with it.
And we found out too that
they really like Ohio State.
We found out this week through some people, some services did some digging and found out that Ohio State and Michigan do actually have some stipulations that allow them to flex and get out of it, and they haven't really done that. So
I was just going to ask you that. I didn't know if you'd have an answer.
Yeah.
Because it takes 2 to tango here. Mm-hmm. It's not like Fox can come and boss you around at some level.
They could if that's what you signed, They could if that's what you signed into, but apparently there are a couple of loopholes there, stipulations that give the big boys like Michigan and Ohio State some freedom to get out of these things, but they are doing it. So there's that. I personally think that it'd be cool to see some variety. I love the noon kicks. I love all of them. I want to have a fair share of noon, 3:30s, and night games. And then you have a perfect season right there. We get something for everybody cooking.
Yeah, it's a lot of change at once, right? We're already as fans, and this isn't from a player perspective, but just as a fan perspective, you're already having to deal with a lot of change. The new conferences, the new aspects of the game, the new payment stuff, and so now you're like, oh, now all the games are at noon. The old format that you're used to is the more important the game got, the more it would bounce back in the day.
Right. The more
like
prime
all
time
day
it would
long,
be.
every year before this game, this Indiana Ohio State game, would it be at least 3:30?
All right, Dane, let me have Ryan Day tell you about this guy. We haven't really spent a lot of time on talk radio mentioning his name, and he's been a starter every step of the way, and he's been a really good football player. And he finally was asked and spent some time talking about Josh Fryer, our right tackle for this Buckeye football team, and how he has solidified the offensive line. This was after practice on Wednesday.
I just like his approach. I think he's got a grittiness to him right now, a toughness. He's just kind of angry when he's out there, and that's good for an offensive lineman. He's playing well, playing tough. I think he understands what teams are trying to do, and he's played now a decent amount. He's got some games under his belt, so he's become a huge part of our offense, a huge part of the offensive line. He's showing leadership, and he's somebody that we need to play really well down the stretch.
You like the offensive line right now, Dane, and what they've done these last couple of games?
Yeah. I mean, there was some questions going into the year, and you would hope. I mean, in a perfect world, you're not waiting all this time to actually get it shored up, but I'm saying, yeah, they're in a good. I like that they've kind of taken the time to move some pieces around to get guys in places that they think fit, and I think you've seen it as a product on the field. I mean, I think they've looked progressively better and better, more comfortable, and I think this is a great time to kind of hit your stride at that particular position group.
All right, could we see a hot college coach or two make the jump to the next level? We'll hit on that and more as we keep our finger on the college football pulse. That's next. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
During this 10-second promo, Rothman will lose money gambling on something.
People like you come here and blow the family nest egg that built this town.
Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan.
What's better than giving a gift everyone wants? Getting free gas and groceries by earning perks on gift cards purchased at Giant Eagle, Market District, and Get-Go. Choose from hundreds of gift cards to make everyone merry this holiday season from the biggest retailers and best brands, all while earning you free gas and groceries. Stop in our stores for bonus perk offers on gift cards. Give the gift everyone wants and get a little something for yourself, too. The holidays are magical at Giant Eagle, Market District, and Get-Go.
Hi, Timmy Hall here with Ohio State student-athlete, defensive tackle Hero Canoe.
What's up, everyone? Let's talk about something special this holiday season. Nationwide Children's Hospitals Light Up the Lawn campaign.
Join me and Hero and become a hero yourself when you donate to support Nationwide Children's Hospital. The moment you donate, the butterflies on the lawn light up for patients and families to see.
And not only that, with every gift, you are supporting life-saving care and research. Join us in making a difference.
So please, give now at nationwidechildrens.org/give.
Buckeyes, I'm Kurt Lewis, United Healthcare of Ohio CEO and graduate of The Ohio State University. United Healthcare and the Ohio Chamber of Commerce believe healthy small businesses are vital to our economy. That's why we're ready to give your small business a big promotion at no cost to you through our small business sweepstakes. Winners receive radio promotion, social media recognition, and more. To enter, visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com/UHC. United Healthcare, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
For terms and conditions, visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com/UHC. Sweepstakes rules and restrictions apply.
Things are popping at Al's Delicious Popcorn. With over 80 flavors to choose from, we have something for everyone. From classics like caramel cashew, white cheddar, and our famous vanilla butternut, to new flavors like chicken and waffles and spicy barbecue. They are all made fresh and they are all delicious. Visit us online at alspopcorn.com or come see us and experience the best service in town at 1500 Bethel Road in Columbus. Al's Delicious Popcorn.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a Buckeye, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce. And jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love. Proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hey Columbus, looking for the perfect day trip? Head to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. Dive into football history, see legendary players, and enjoy interactive exhibits. Fun for the whole family. Visit ProFootballHOF.com for tickets. The Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, where it's always football season.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good evening. I'm Jacob Reimer. It's Football Friday, and the Ohio State football team gets ready for their big game against Northwestern tomorrow in Wrigley Field. Kickoff is at noon, and you can find coverage here on The Fan, starting with our pregame show at 6:30 tomorrow morning. There are two top 25 matchups tonight in college basketball, and one of them features the Buckeye Hoops team. They're in College Station taking on number 23 Texas A&M in what will be an extremely tough test. Tip-off is at 9 o'clock tonight, and you can find it right here on The Fan. The other top 25 matchup is number 2 Alabama is in West Lafayette taking on number 13 Purdue, with tip-off from Mackey Arena here at 7. In the NBA, the Cavs go for a 14-0 start to the season tonight when they host the Chicago Bulls. And in hockey, the Blue Jackets are at home taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Face-off is at 7 o'clock from Nationwide Arena. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
It's time for the College Football Pulse on the Buckeye Show.
Sponsored by Roof Revivers. Whether your roof needs a quick repair or a full replacement, Roof Revivers has you covered. Visit roofrevivers.com today.
All right, hour 2 of the Buckeye Show. Thank you guys so much for making this a part of your Friday night. I mean, it really is. It's when that Daniel Craig tweet goes out, ladies and gentlemen, the weekend. Like, we're here. We're basically here. Friday night's like a weekend show.
Yeah.
Timmy Hall, Dane Sanzenbacher, thanks for being here, man. And Rhyme Time, good on the update desk. Big into the college basketball world, just like me. We'll get into this a little bit later on. I'll have you pop back on. We'll talk some Buckeyes and Texas A&M in the final segment of our show. Also still to come at 7:33, the famed Final Walkthru, which you said you enjoyed last week.
Oh, yeah. It made me laugh out loud. I gave you all kinds of credit for Final Walkthru. I loved it.
What do you have in last week's? What was the good thing that got you last week?
It was Will Howard being smart.
Oh, check out the big brain on Brad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Smart mother effer. That's right. All right. Yeah, that was the good one.
And the coach speak of the classic, they're better than their record is.
Yes. Yeah. They're better. Yeah, Purdue's a lot better than that record. Yeah, we're going to go out and beat them 45-0. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what we're going to do. All right. Jacob has been spanning the world of college football here tonight. He has pulled some things for us. Jacob, where are we going first?
So in the big SEC clash on Saturday night in Athens, Georgia, with the 12th-ranked Georgia Bulldogs hosting number 7 Tennessee, the Bulldogs running back Trevor Etienne will miss the game due to a rib injury. Nico Iamaleava is listed as questionable for the Vols as he was in concussion protocol during the week. But how much could missing Etienne hurt the Dogs in this one, being on the playoff bubble?
Oh, it's definitely big for Georgia when you're missing one of your best players. I mean, he's a guy that has big offensive impact. I mean, what are you going to talk about if the Buckeyes only had one of, say, a Quinshon Judkins or a Travion Henderson? Then even losing one of those guys, I forget that the other one still exists. I know I've said before, when Ohio State loses running backs, I don't lose so much sleep at night because I believe in all the guys that they recruit. It's not to say that I don't believe as much in the position, but I believe that they recruit enough guys that if the offensive line is really stout, you can plug someone in there. I think James Peoples, for an example, I think James Peoples is a really, really good player. I don't know enough about what the Dogs' depth is right now, if they've got a guy that's going to be able to go in there and do that for them. They haven't really... I mean, they've got Nate Frazier, so he is a capable back there. He's getting 4.6 per clip. So
I think
he's going to get the ball more, and that's going to have to be good enough for them.
Yeah, I think getting a guy with experience is the big one, because it feels like anymore, like in injuries at the offensive line can almost be more impactful than the actual running back. I mean, Etienne is a great player, but if you've got a back that's had some experience, he can see, he has some vision, he's got experience being in games and making decisions live and at game speed. I think anymore there seems to be a lot of depth in running back, and even at the NFL level, you're seeing more and more that you can get really good players. You don't have to have the top echelon guys or spend those first-round draft picks on the running backs. You can find value and kind of make guys work.
This is a thing, too, guys, like with Georgia this year, and it's a reason why they are a 3-loss football team, right? I'm sorry, did I say 3? They could be a 3-loss football team. 7-2 and 8-1, which is why this game is a big deal, because if it pushes Georgia to a 3-loss football team, well then people are going to want to see that they're out, right? They're going to want to hope that they will be on the outside looking in, but a lot of this is still unknown, right? A lot of this really is based on strength of schedule and what does the College Football Playoff Committee ultimately decide to do when the dust settles, when everybody is done, when all the data is finished and over with. I mean, Georgia right now is 12th, so they'd have to rise up one more spot because they would get knocked for, say, someone like Boise State, who is 13th. They would go up and take that spot because they would have to get in as that other conference champ. But Georgia's not run the football well. That was the point I was making. Georgia has just not run the football well because we were talking about Etienne. He only has 477 yards. That's 5 per carry. Frazier, who is a freshman, has 333 yards at 4.6 per clip. And as a team, they barely have 1,100 yards. And I know, like, it's about, what do you throw for? But comparing them to us, okay? Let's do the simple thing. Let's compare them to another football power, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Buckeyes have thrown for right around 2,500 yards. Georgia's thrown for 2,578 yards. 17 touchdown passes. The Buckeyes have 24 touchdown passes with similar amount of yardage. And the Buckeyes have run for almost 1,700 yards, 5.3 per carry. Georgia's only at 1,100 rushing yards, 4.2. And the better backs, Quinshon and Travion, have way better yard per carry averages. Travion, give him his props. He's 7.5 per carry. I don't think anyone's talking about that nearly enough. That guy has been really, really good this year. And I know we've had ebbs and flows game to game with how the team has run the football, but he's been really good. And Quinshon, 6.1 per carry.
No,
you can argue about that?
They've played well. That's the nature of a lot of these, games where are relatively lopsided. We'll look for something to kind of pick on. Now, there has been things, but I mean, overall, we've run the ball really, really well. But yeah, I think for Georgia, if they weren't running it well before, I doubt it gets better. That'll be an what time's that kickoff, Jacob? Do you know?
That's got to be a night
It's the
game.
prime time game. Yep, 7.
Oh, so it's at noon?
It's a noon game, right? What time is that game?
7:30 on ABC.
10 a.m.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be a good one.
All right, Jacob, what else?
A dog. We don't need no meows. We don't need no cats. We need more dogs.
An ESPN report this week suggests Oregon head coach Dan Lanning as one of the hottest names to jump from college to the NFL. Do you guys see Lanning making the jump? If not, what current college coaches do you think could make the leap to the NFL?
I'll just say this. If it were me, I would not be going yet. I wouldn't. If I'm enjoying this early success at Oregon, there's different schools of thought, right? That you could be looking at, well, maybe I don't maintain this level of success that I found in just 2 years. Maybe some beginners type of luck if you believe in that thing. I don't. I don't think that you can do something that's this difficult. I don't care. Ohio State, I think, has the built-in advantages. I do. I think that they are here. They exist. Oregon's got some, too. Not going to pretend like they don't have any. They've got some history. They've got some brand recognition. But still a little bit harder, as it's been proven through the years, to get the top talent to be recruited out there. They still don't have a lot of wide receiver talent that's been influxed into the NFL. There aren't a ton of those examples of high-level players in the NFL that have Oregon history, as opposed to Ohio State and what they're living with and what USC is living with. Texas, Georgia, LSU, Bama, those guys,
Yeah, making that jump, we've seen some guys do it. It's almost always, what they want, like a lifestyle decision. It's like what they want out of it. Sure, you're not going to have to recruit. It is, I would think if you're Dan Lanning at Oregon and you make a deep run, much less to win a national championship, but if you make a deep run in the playoff, I mean, you're setting yourself up where you could be at that place for a while. They're going to give you a lot of runway. Sure, you have to deal with the new pressures of you're essentially a CEO instead of getting to coach a lot of football. So maybe there's that. We're seeing coaches not a big fan of what responsibilities are falling on them now, but that'll get figured out. They'll add more coaches. They'll take things off their plate. So, I mean, yeah, if he had aspirations of trying to win a Super Bowl, sure. But, I mean, I think he's in as good a place as you can be. And I think you're right, Timmy, that Oregon is a harder place to win than Ohio State. I will say that. Yeah. I mean, it is. You have not that you have nothing. You're not. It's not like Indiana. That's really, really hard. But Oregon has something. And
again, I'm not saying because Ohio State has built-in advantages that you just snap your fingers and you already win. I think we're all seeing that. We are all living and experiencing that. That's not how it works. You still have to be a smart guy. You still have to be an incredible football mind and understand how to navigate all this stuff that comes with it. You have to be really good. You can't just be some bonehead and come in here and do it just because it's Ohio State. You can't. You can't. Because I think Ryan Day is a smart guy. I think he's a good coach, and he's had trouble winning the big games, even if it's by a possession or so.
Oh, yeah. No,
he's had trouble beating the top 5 teams, and all anyone wants here, we've already been beating Michigan and been winning Big Ten championships. They just wanted the national championships again, and that's proven to be very hard to scratch that one off.
Yeah, I was doing the to the bonehead because, I don't know, did a bonehead win it last year?
A little bit of a bonehead.
There's an argument for it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. This guy, not a bonehead. A lot of people just don't like him, though. What about
Lanning?
Not Lanning.
Oh.
You think he's unlikable? I think he's a likable guy.
I don't, but DeVere very much dislikes him.
DeVere dislikes him.
Yeah, he went on a whole rant about it. So I haven't watched him enough. I guess he's got one of those faces.
Was it over like the Colorado comment? Because I was actually going to lean to Colorado.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That kind of fired me up the way Lanning played into that. What was it, Jacob? Do you remember what he said? It was sort of like
they're playing for clicks.
They're playing for clicks. Yeah, those guys are playing for clicks, and I'm going to play into that. We're going against a flashy team that's coached by Coach Prime. I'm not going to disrespect them, but I'm going to use something to my advantage for my team. And that's what I was going to say, because I thought that Deion Sanders would be successful in this jump, and it was a lousy first year. And you look now, and they are in a position to possibly win their conference. They will get into that championship game. They control their destiny to get a spot in that championship game, and then they'll likely get their shot at BYU. And boy, oh boy, I think a lot of people believe they can beat them. I think Travis Hunter is the Heisman Trophy winner.
So are you presenting this as the other coach that could be making an NFL jump?
Absolutely.
I haven't heard this chatter. Is this what people are talking about?
Well, I mean, if you just think about it, the chatter's been out there. There's been a lot of national pundits.
I think you'd be it would work.
Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I was going to say, get ready, Dallas.
That's the talk. That's the talk right there. I think it was Rex Ryan, I believe, in his white teeth. His super white teeth that they're just too damn white. Drink some more coffee, Rex. It's creepy. He was one, I think, saying, yeah, get Deion Sanders to the Cowboys immediately.
Yeah. I mean, that is not far-fetched at all that I could see that happening.
Yeah, that's one where just with his panache, it just, in his flash, you can see that is something that could happen. It almost seems like we're going to manifest that into happening. Jacob, thank you very much. Good stuff.
Good pulse, Jacob.
Yeah, very good pulse. Great pulse. Thick pulse. All right, another piece of this football team that would have Cousin Eddie saying, well, this is just a real nice surprise. We'll tell you what that is next. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
If you miss a live show, you can catch the podcast. If you miss the podcast, our hosts have volunteered to have dinner with you.
Ma, the meatloaf!
The Fan.
AgPro has been family-owned and operated for over 64 years. We take pride in developing long-lasting relationships and offering first-class customer service. Need a new tractor, parts for your used equipment, or reliable service? AgPro has you covered. AgPro is here to serve you and your operation as your hometown dealer. Visit us today at any of our AgPro locations or go online to agproco.com to get started with your AgPro experience.
Hello, I'm Ross Bjork, Senior Vice President and Eugene Smith Wolf Foundation Endowed Athletics Director at The Ohio State University. In partnership with AEP, Donato's, Kroger, The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, Huntington, and 10 TV, Ohio State Athletics strives to inspire the community to make a positive impact on children and families in our great state through the Buckeyes Care Initiative. Show and share your support in the community by using the hashtag Buckeyes Care.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint. With their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind or grab a carryout. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizza, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
The National Veterans Memorial and Museum in Columbus preserves and shares the stories of our nation's veterans from all branches and all eras of service. With a gift of $20 or more, you can honor a veteran in your life by dedicating a flag in their name to be displayed on the museum's expansive grounds on Veterans Day weekend. Your gift will be matched, and your veteran's name will be shared on our website. Learn more at nationalvets.org.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
Things are popping at Al's Delicious Popcorn. With over 80 flavors to choose from, we have something for everyone. From classics like caramel cashew, white cheddar, and our famous vanilla butternut to new flavors like chicken and waffles and spicy barbecue. They are all made fresh and they are all delicious. Visit us online at alspopcorn.com or come see us and experience the best service in town at 1500 Bethel Road in Columbus. Al's Delicious Popcorn.
The Buckeyes are headed to historic Wrigley Field for a Big Ten battle with Northwestern.
Live fan coverage starts Saturday morning at 6:30 with the Kick at Noon.
Every game, every season, your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan.
At Humana, our Medicare Advantage plans give you coverage and care you can count on, along with guided support to help you feel your best. Our licensed sales agents are ready to help you understand your options and choose a Medicare Advantage plan. You'll feel confident because you have plan options that fit your needs. You could have a plan with a $0 premium and even personalized care from a wide network of doctors, or all-in-one plans that may include medical and prescription coverage, as well as routine dental, vision, and hearing. When it comes to the benefits and support you need, Humana has Medicare Advantage plans made for your well-being and your wallet. Learn more at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Cloudy and breezy and cool on this Friday. Temperatures in the low 50s. Overnight will fall back down to the low 40s with mostly cloudy skies when you wake up on Saturday morning. But by the afternoon, a bit of sunshine, light winds, and fair skies leading to a mild finish. Highs in the mid-50s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Dreaming of the day when the script Buckeyes become the permanent men's basketball uniforms. Yes, looking nice. This is the Buckeye Show.
Presented by Coors Light.
Oh, I don't even know what they're wearing tonight. It's probably something that... Are they wearing script Buckeyes, Jacob?
It's the script.
Yes. Well. I got to tell you, that is just something else. It's a phenomenal uniform. And my take on that, as you heard, it's got to be the regular uniform. The red, the scarlet, and the white script Buckeyes. It is just beautiful in a basketball sense.
Is that what we're talking about? I'm trying to catch up with you two. What
the basketball team is wearing Script Ohio's at Texas A&M tonight.
Okay, beautiful.
I hadn't seen that yet, but that's what Jacob just confirmed for me. That's wonderful. That's exactly what we needed.
This is just a real nice surprise. Just a real nice surprise.
Yeah, I can't wait. I really can't. And it's a big opportunity for this Buckeye basketball team tonight. We'll talk a little bit more about it coming up here at 7:48. Back to some football, Dane, as we're getting ready for the noon kick, 11 a.m. local time up there in Chicago.
There you go.
North side of Chicago, Wrigley Stadium. Did I really just did that? Oh, I just did the Jeff Gordon.
The Wrigley Stadium?
I just did Wrigley Stadium right there. Good God.
There goes all our views. I guess it's just you and I from here on out. Everybody just tuned off.
Just me and you. Take every kind of card or every piece of cachet that I've ever built up. Yes. Let me just call it Wrigley so I don't screw that up again.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the game tomorrow at noon, Buckeyes taking on Northwestern. There is a new piece to this football team that we have started to see over the last several weeks. What has your thought been on this massive mound of man by the name of Edric Houston? True freshman, comes in here as a defensive end, but he's already up to 275 pounds or something close to that. He is humongous when you see him out there. And, typically for something like this to happen, you could either play your way into it or someone like Tyleik Williams is in and out of the lineup here with some injury woes. Now, you really do need Tyleik. You need a game wrecker like that at defensive tackle when you get into the thick of it, when you're playing Indiana, when you're playing Michigan.
Yeah.
You need that physicality and not just that physicality, that veteran physicality in the trenches. But Edric Houston obviously has been showing some good stuff in just his first bits of action here.
Yeah, and it's a good changeup. It's good to have fresh blood in there every once in a while and I don't know, cause some kind of havoc. That's something we've been wanting to see, obviously as much as we can, but more of from the defensive line is how they can disrupt more, how we can start to notice them more. So yeah, having a new body in there, I think you hit the nail on the head, especially with, if you're looking at, last week, Indiana, Michigan, right? That the question not to go past Northwestern, but you brought up
the bigger. We know that we can call it that because I considered these two games, this little pocket that we're in.
This is a block of games before Michigan.
Yeah,
right?
This is get right. This is chase perfection. Try to get your depth, some playing time.
Yeah,
which is part of what bringing Edric Houston along is to play the game against Purdue at home and the game against Northwestern at Wrigley Field.
Wrigley
Sid Field.
But so what you saw Michigan being able to stay in that game just by having veteran physical guys on the defensive line. That Michigan's struggling this year, obviously, but, against a good Indiana team that hasn't really faced that, hasn't really seen guys in their backfield all that much. So there's definitely a lot of value in those guys on the defensive line that have been there. So obviously you want Williams back. You want to be at full strength there. But yeah, it's always the more depth, the better. And also changing things up a little bit, making offensive lines have to deal with a different technique, a different style of pass rusher or disruptor. So yeah, great to see him kind of stepping in there and starting to make plays.
Houston was the number 33 overall player in the country, and he was the number 4 player out of the state of Georgia. So I don't know how he wasn't a 5-star. I think he was, depending on where you look. But in the 24/7 sports thing I'm looking at, has him as only a 4-star, which seems wrong. I think this guy was a high 5-star talent. Buford, Georgia. It's a familiar place for where the Buckeyes have had, recruiting foundations laid. This was Ryan Day this week at his press conference evaluating the play of Houston.
I thought there was good there. There was obviously the one silly penalty that he'll have to learn from. But overall, I thought there was really a lot of flashes there for somebody who's not played inside a whole bunch in his career. He's got strength. He's got power. He ran to the football. Didn't quite grade out, but I think there's a really bright future there at 3 technique for Edric.
All right, so the play that he just referenced in there, Dane, remember in the Purdue game, and this to me is exactly when you want something like this to happen so you can lean into it as a teaching moment. It is a 3rd down. classic football situation where if it's 3rd down and 7, 3rd down and 8, obviously you already want to be winning that battle in the numbers game. You don't want to give up that first down, even just playing clean. So they get the job done, and then you do about the stupidest, most frustrating thing in football is you hand Purdue a first down by picking up a personal foul penalty after the play is done. And it looked like there was a little bit of a reason for it. It looked like a Purdue guy was kind of rolled up on him and tried to give him a little bit of the business after the play was done. And Houston kind of responded and pushed and shoved, got the flag. Purdue got a first down for it. But what did they ultimately do with it? Nothing. I don't know if that was a drive where they missed a short field goal, but you still won the game 45-0. And so he came out. He was on the bench. But I think on the next possession or two, he's back in the football game. So feel it, understand it. Seems like he took it in and knew that he did wrong for his teammates, and that's not how you do things. But that's the game where I want that to happen so he can get a good read on what that's like.
And you can kind of hear it in Coach Day's voice that, obviously doesn't want that, but he's kind of like, okay. The bigger deal here is that we're seeing flashes. Like, that's what you want to see. Like, you can fix that, right? You can get in a guy's ear and say, that stupid penalty. He probably already knows. You probably don't even have to say anything to him. But what you want to see is, can the guy play? And can you see flashes? So I think that's probably the more exciting side of it, that even, you don't want to have it, but you're absolutely right. That's the time to do it. Get it out of your system. I'm sure he didn't hear the end of it during the film session. So, but I think the bigger piece of that is you saw what this guy's, potential upside could be.
You just learn. You just have to learn from it. We here at the Buckeye Show, by the way, guys, are brought to you by our good friends at CareSource and by Coors Light. We thank them for sponsoring this lovely program. Ryan Day, he talked a little bit more about playing at Wrigley's ballpark being a great opportunity. I'm doing it on purpose now, people.
Well, I've been a part of teams that have played at Yankee Stadium and then over in San Francisco where the Giants play. And it is different. It's a different feel, but it's a great opportunity for our team. And ultimately there'll be 100 yards of football field and there'll be stands, on both sides. And we'll compete. So, we're excited about it. And, we practicing on the turf this week or on the grass this week to simulate what it'll be like there.
Got to get ready for that game at Wrigley Yards. Here's Ryan on how they were going to go there today to check out the scene.
I'd like for them to see just the makeup of it. I want them to see the turf. I want them to see where the infield is filled in with some of the sod. I'd like for them to see how we're going to handle halftime. We're going to be in the bullpen, not going up into the locker room. There's just some different things that I'd like for them to see. And then also, show them a little bit about what it's like, because it is going to be different. It's going to be a different feel there. It's a baseball park. It's different than a football stadium. So do I think it's a big deal? No, but a lot of people do that. They bring their team to the game or to the venue the day before. We don't usually do that, but we will on Friday.
I don't know why I like when Ryan Day show them a little bit of what it's like. I'll show you what it's like. You're in the big leagues.
You like that?
I did. I like that.
Yeah, I think that's common. You definitely, in this weird situation, that's so odd that they're going to go to the halftime is going to be in the dugout.
I know, right? Just where they're hanging out, just their little waiting area. Or not even in the dugout, like in the bullpen, I think he said.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, bullpen, yeah.
Again, because
they're just going to go into the outfield and kind of hang out there and eat oranges and bananas.
Absolutely, because I got to see it again, but I think that one of those dugouts, maybe the third base side, it's gone. It burned.
Yeah, I think for the moment, and I don't think it'll be a big story, but you want to see, you don't want the first time you're seeing the field or what the setup is to be right before the game.
Right before,
so I think this is one of those situations, he said they don't do it often, that you would want to go and see the stadium.
Jacob, real quick.
I think the dugout is gone, and it's the Cubs dugout. Like, it's not like the visitors.
You know what? Just leave it.
Yeah.
Leave it out.
Yeah.
They suck. They don't need to be back there.
Pull in Oakland A's and not even have like a rail to protect it or anything like that.
Boys, you don't get a dugout until you earn it. All right? It's not coming back until you earn it. All right, the wait is nearly over. The wait is almost over. The segment that you've been searching for, the final walkthrough, Northwestern week. It is next. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
If you don't like listening to Morning Juice, Bobby Carpenter's man nipples will punch you in the face. For real.
You want to fight, do you? Weekdays from 6 to 9.
The Fan.
At Roof Revivers, we save not only your roof, but your money too. Whether you need a quick repair or a full replacement, we've got you covered. While many companies jump straight to replacements, we always start with repairs. Replacements, that's our last resort. We'll provide a clear, detailed explanation of what your roof needs, complete with photos, so you know exactly why. With over 350 five-star reviews on Google, honesty is at the heart of everything we do. Roof Revivers is ready to work for you. Visit roofrevivers.com today. Roof Revivers, we fix leaky roofs.
When you have the lowest prices every day feels like Black Friday. That's why Bob's is unboxing incredible values every Friday in November. Oh, no, not a boxing match. We're unboxing unbeatable values for your home. We're talking beautiful bedroom sets, feature-packed power sofas, dining sets, pop-up sleepers, decor, and more, all at wow-worthy prices. Now you're getting it? So check back every Friday for a new unboxing, because every day is like Black Friday at Bob's Discount Furniture.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. I love this time of the year, the food, the family, the football, and I want to spend it with my loved ones. I don't want to spend all day in the kitchen. So Bob Evans, they got a solution for you. It's the Thanksgiving celebration, their farmhouse feast. They've got unbelievable options. Me, I love the slow roasted turkey for 6 hours, but you could go with ham as well. They've got unbelievable handcrafted sides. My kids love the homemade celery and dressing. The mashed potatoes with gravy, they're always a winner. They've got tons of them that serves 8 to 10 people, folks. So go check it out at bobevans.com.
Toyotathon is on. Our biggest event of the year is better than ever, with our biggest and best selection, including the best-selling Toyota Camry. It's all hybrid all the time, with available all-wheel drive. Now through December 2nd, you can lease a Camry LE from just $269 a month for 39 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details, or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
It's Sunday Night Football on the Fan. Catch the Bengals and Chargers from SoFi Stadium. Live coverage starts Sunday at 7:30.
Sponsored by Roosters, a fun casual joint.
Your radio home of the NFL, the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
The blood battle is back, and the Buckeyes are the defending two-time champions. Donate blood at a Versity Blood Drive by November 27th to help Ohio State beat Michigan again. Sign up at versity.org/blood battle. Buckeyes bleed scarlet and gray.
Does your vehicle need maintenance, but you don't have time? Krieger Ford's got you covered. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or we come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today only at KriegerFord.com.
Hey, Ohio State fans, it takes a lot of energy to root for the Buckeyes. That's why Burger King is going to get your team going with the $20 Buckeye Blitz Bundle. This OSU fan exclusive has a delicious lineup that includes 2 Whopper sandwiches, 1 cheeseburger, 3 small fries, and 3 small drinks. Get over to your local BK and get fueled up for game day. Limited time only at participating Ohio area restaurants. BK is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hey Columbus, looking for the perfect day trip? Head to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. Dive into football history, see legendary players, and enjoy interactive exhibits. Fun for the whole family. Visit ProFootballHOF.com for tickets. The Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, where it's always football season.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource, proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
If the colors scarlet and gray made a sound, that sound would be this. This is the Buckeye Show.
Timmy Hall, Dane Sanzenbacher, our man Rhyme Time producing back there. If you're just joining us, my God, you're about the luckiest person on the face of the earth, because before we get to the final walkthrough, I want to tell you real quick about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a gift to give to all of the men out there because it is the holidays. Holidays are right around the corner, right? A time of love and a time of joy. But if you suffer from that dreaded acronym, ED, stands for erectile dysfunction, the season can be tough on you. And if you or your partner are experiencing struggles because of ED, change it up this year. Give the best gift you can give to the one you love by treating that ED and restore your relationship. Tri-State Men's Health, they've got experts in dealing with this issue, and they do it in a very, very professional way. Much more professional than my live reads. I can assure you. I can guarantee that. So check them out at tristatemenshealth.com. I go to the location here in Central Ohio, right there off of 270 and Cemetery Road for the low testosterone treatment. They are lovely, lovely people in there. It is a beautiful facility. And that first visit is just $99. You get the medical consult with a licensed medical provider, the TMPSA test, and if medically advised, you'll get a test dose. If it doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. So another just real nice surprise for the holidays. So treat your ED at Tri-State Men's Health, tristatemenshealth.com. They know what's up. Dane, are you ready?
Oh, yeah. Timmy, you know this is my favorite time of the week.
Great. Jacob, are you ready?
Timmy, there are 5 ranked teams playing on the road in college basketball, but I've been thinking about this all day.
Oh, that makes me feel really good. All right, it's time for the Final Walkthru. All right, Week 12, Final Walkthru. Great to do it for you fine Buckeye fans. Jeez, can you believe it's Week 12 already? It's going to be Christmas soon.
Hey, Griswold, where do you think you're going to put a tree that big? Bend over and I'll show you.
Oh, we'll have plenty of time for the Christmas movies. Bodie Wells will be back here. You know it. But let's have some fun with the matchup. Ohio State at Northwestern, because we're going to one of America's great cities. We're going to Chicago. Of course, there's bigger sports in town than the Wildcats. There's that famed football team, a team that'll be dominating come January.
A team that is known as the Bears.
The Bears. Oh, that's classic. And about 1 out of every 5 movies ever made seems like it's set in Chicago. We just did Christmas Vacation. Let's keep it John Hughes. I mean, shoot, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. They go to Wrigley Field. Let's try to borrow our friend's dad's Ferrari. Come on, Cameron, help us out.
Ferris, he never drives it. He just rubs it with a diaper.
All right, what a music town it is, too. One of my favorite classic rock acts ever. Just the name of the city, Chicago. Yeah, baby, I do believe in you, and I know you believe in me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're welcome. I'm here all night, folks. So we've established how I like most things Chicago. Let's get to the game file. Down to business. Your world-famous Ohio State Buckeyes, second in the nation in the college football playoff rankings. 8-1, 5-1 in the conference. The only blemish, the 1-point loss in Eugene. Don't worry if you need a break from Gus. You're going to get one. It's a BTN TV game. He was a little sleepy on that Jack Sawyer touchdown. We know that. Northwestern is 4-5 under second-year head coach David Braun, who did not get enough credit for winning 8 games, including a bowl game last season with the Pat Fitzgerald mess. They're 2-4 in league play. The tickets for this one are expensive, as you can imagine, because it's the Wrigley game. $249 get in the door price. $249 on the resale market. Yikes. All right, the search for the perfect weather day, 55 and cloudy. We're pretty much right on the button here in town. And Chicago is going to be darn close on the north side on Saturday. 55 degrees and partly sunny with maybe 10-mile-an-hour winds. Wow, what a cool, crisp weather day. John Facenda would be losing his mind over this.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song, he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously.
Oh, my God. We just had dueling NFL theme songs. Dueling NFL theme songs right there. I think we did for the first time. To the moneymaker, the line has been moving up on this one, people. It's the Buckeyes minus 30, 44.5, the over-under. Interesting thing that I'll point out, this potent Buckeye offense, we know what it can do, but the under has hit in 5 of the last 6 Buckeye games. That's wild. Northwestern has been in a lot of games lately where the over has hit. And the last time they faced a formidable opponent, that was Iowa on the road. The Hawkeyes hung 40 on them, and we know Ohio State is much better than Iowa. Let's go to the fun factor right here. Let's talk about fun. Ryan Day last week brought this mindset to light for at least the second time of the season. Remember back in September when he went in on this?
This is a chance to play. Fun is winning. Fun is executing. Fun is scoring touchdowns. Fun is getting stops. Like that's what it's all about, and that's why we're playing this game.
Yeah, fun. You see, when I hear that, all that goes through my mind is remember the Titans, even though it's different context.
Why are you smiling?
Because I love football. Football's fun.
Fun, sir.
Fun, sir.
It's fun.
Yes.
You sure?
Zero fun, sir. Have fun. Take care of your business. I get it. That's what these Buckeyes are doing right now. A little bit of the history, little stadium history in order. As we know, the Chicago Bears were longtime tenants of Wrigley Field. That was from 1921 to 1970. Then they were out of there. And then Soldier Field, that became their home, of course, as you know. And it was the last stadium in MLB to have lights installed. That was not until 1988. If you're a fan of Field of Dreams, you might know that. Let's hear from the head man, Coach Ryan Day. We know that Will Howard has great ability, but we'd like to see him a little bit more in sync with his deep ball. Ryan Day talked about it.
Yeah, a big part of it is footwork. It's the footwork. It's being able to time up your footwork with the route. And that's something we're going to continue to work through. And with Will on, I think he's thrown some really good balls down the field, and then sometimes been a little bit late with his feet. So we'll keep working on that because, when his feet are right, he throws a good ball.
All right, so a little wrap-up here. Our pregame coverage will start at 6:30 a.m. with Maddie and DeVere. Dane Sanzenbacher will be tailgating at Hollywood Casino with Rothman. And around 4:30 or so, me and my friend Beam will hit you up with some post-game reaction.
And I hope to see you out there.
Oh, and P.S., after that, yours truly will be shooting over to Nationwide Arena to get my Dave Matthews Band on the Rock and Roll Hall of Famers 2024 induction class. Open up my head and let me out. Baby. There we go. Final walkthrough, week 12, finished.
That's so good, Timmy. All of that, just so great.
Thank you.
I love that segment. I'm not even just saying that. That was really, really good stuff. And that cherry on the top, the Dave Matthews.
Yes.
Are you? Do you have like the dancing lady on your car? Are you one of those Dave Matthews fans?
No, but I do like the fire dancer.
Okay.
I do like it. Yeah. I would incorporate that into a tattoo. I might not do like something that's Dave Matthews Band, but just that design.
That you're in this is my club.
Cool.
These are my people.
Yeah. No, I just like it. I think that's cool artwork for the band. I have it on a flag at home.
Okay.
That does have like the band name.
So that's tomorrow night, and they're where? At
NWA.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be good. And that was they were late ads to the tour, so that was found money. Didn't think that they were going to be stopping by Columbus. Then they added they're in Pittsburgh tonight and here tomorrow night.
Wow, you got a big day tomorrow.
Perfect.
You're gonna have a great day.
And obviously, like all the griping about noon games, I had to have that be a noon game. Had to, or couldn't go.
Yeah, that's not. There's
simple
noon
as that.
Game sets up great for the rest of your Saturday.
No, if it was
that's not the
if it
argument.
was a 3:30 game, I'm out. I'm stuck here doing post game. If it was a night game, obviously I'm out. Can't go. Had to be noon. I can cut out of here right at about 5:30. We'll be done, unless we have like 17 overtimes. Should be fine.
I think you'll be fine.
I think they're going to get the job done. So there you go. Well, we are going to get you guys all ready for a huge basketball game and a chance at a first for the Buckeye men's basketball program. That's wild. Tell you about that next. It is the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
If you consider yourself a Buckeye fan, you've come to the right place. This is your heritage sports talker and home of Ohio State athletics, The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
AgPro has been family-owned and operated for over 64 years. We take pride in developing long-lasting relationships and offering first-class customer service. Need a new tractor, parts for your used equipment, or reliable service? AgPro has you covered. AgPro is here to serve you and your operation as your hometown dealer. Visit us today at any of our AgPro locations or go online to agproco.com to get started with your AgPro experience.
Come on over
over to Heartland.
Getting a mortgage? We take pride in providing the value and service you deserve in one of the most important transactions you'll ever have. Community banks have the most flexibility and the lowest rates. Now fact check that. I'm Scott McComb, CEO, coming over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Where banking feels good. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The National Veterans Memorial and Museum in Columbus preserves and shares the stories of our nation's veterans from all branches and all eras of service. With a gift of $20 or more, you can honor a veteran in your life by dedicating a flag in their name to be displayed on the museum's expansive grounds on Veterans Day weekend. Your gift will be matched, and your veteran's name will be shared on our website. Learn more at nationalvets.org.
Want to kick off your fall shopping with a touchdown? Shop Bob's Discount Furniture for pieces that fit your style and your space. Check out Bob's space-conscious and style-forward furniture for every room, like counter-height dining sets, convenient lift-top coffee tables, guest-friendly pop-up sleepers, and storage-filled seating perfect for game day hangouts. So stop and score winning design with Bob's Discount Furniture, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hi, here are some ways to listen to The Fan. You can download the Fan app, or listen at home on your smart speaker, or open up the iHeartRadio app, or hold your head out the window and hear Common Man scream. Happy listening from the Dopes at The Fan.
Would you believe that giraffes are 30 times more likely to get hit by lightning than people? Or that a single cloud can weigh 550 tons or more? Sounds fake, right? How about an insurance company that actually treats you right? Sounds unbelievable, but it's true. NJM Insurance is proud to put policyholders first. And they don't use jingles or mascots either. Don't believe me? Well, guess what? Everything in this commercial is true and approved by the legal department. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Visit njm.com for a quote.
1 in 3 student athletes gets disturbing messages from sports bettors. This threatens the safety and mental health of college athletes like Tyler.
I'm a student and an athlete. I don't deserve to be threatened over my play. If you're upset about your sports bet, don't take it out on me, because I'm more than a bet.
These threats are not acceptable. Stop harassing college athletes over a bet. Learn more at morethanabet.org.
This Saturday, choose chill and grab a Coors Light. Press play on Ohio State football and pause on everything else. We know there's nothing like game day in Columbus. So whether you're at the tailgate, the bar, or just watching from home, choose the one beer that's made for Ohio State game day. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics 2024. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly.
Pizza lovers, listen up. We're not that cheesy, but this deal is. For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. And you know we got even more, like flavors galore. Okay, maybe we are a little cheesy. Choose between classic 3-cheese, crispy pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big on 2 pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce. Get the $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 1/7/25. See app for full terms.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Social media can be a cesspool. Allow us to navigate the waters. #Buckeyes.
Sponsored by The Waterworks. Plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling. From sump pumps and water heaters to full heating and cooling repair and replacement. The Waterworks tackles it all. Call 614-232-2222 today.
We got a lot that we're going to talk about here in the final segment. Kind of a transition into more Buckeye goodness. We hope that it's a great night. The men are going to have to earn it tonight. You're facing a Buzz Williams-coached Texas A&M basketball team, and you don't even need to know all their players. You know that they've got Wade Taylor IV, who was making all sorts of acrobatic layups. He was making Kyrie Irving-type stuff last year at the shot, and if he wasn't balling out the way he did, the Buckeyes might have survived that game. That was even with getting out-physicaled in that contest. So I'll be very watchful for that, because Sean Stewart and Aaron Bradshaw, even though they had a nice game against Youngstown State, I'm I don't know if they'll ever be the strength of this team. I don't know if they're up to this type of challenge just yet. So I'll be curious to watch that. I really hope that they've got, something more to offer for this game tonight, because they're going to need something from one of those two guys, whether it's in the rebounding efforts, defensive efforts, or just being able to score a little bit inside the paint. So we'll see. Sean Stewart or Aaron Bradshaw, the 4 and 5 for the Buckeyes tonight.
You heard it here.
I hope.
Yeah.
I hope. I don't know if they can just have great guard play and nothing else to win this game. But this Buckeye team, as you know, Dane, right? Guards are going to be their strong suit.
Which is a good strong suit to have, it seems. If you're going to make a run in the tournament, it seems year after year, you got to have versatile guys, but the guards seem to run the show. Like the teams that go deep into the tournament and end up in Elite Eight and Final Four weekend, they're always driven by, of course, you need a little bit of a big man, but I think, Purdue with Edey last year was kind of the outlier. I think that strong guard play is historically what carries you.
You're very right. Yeah, you are very right. I mean, no one is having an Edey. You just don't have Zach Edey.
It's an anomaly. Yeah.
It is a historical anomaly, and we've never seen those big giant 7-footers affect college basketball the way that he did. And it's easy to see why you mentioned that about guards, deep runs in the tournament. It's easy to see why, because they're the guys that are dominating the tempo. They have the basketball in their hands most of the time. They can dictate. They can disrupt the on-ball defenders on the other side of the court, so they can create things and fast breaks going the other way. And they're more often than not the shooters as well.
Yeah.
So as they go, usually the team is going to go. The way I would say, it's almost like they say offense wins games, defense wins championships. I think good big men play can win you some games, but the guards are going to dictate where you go in your season.
Love that.
You know? And I think this is a singular game tonight, where they need something from Stewart or Bradshaw. They need one of those guys to have like an 8 to 10 rebound game and an 8 to 10 point game as well. And hopefully they got guys. It's John Mobley. John Mobley is fun. You've heard Ryan Day talking about fun, right, with football. John Mobley is a fun guy. I mean, like one of the mushrooms growing out of the walls at Lawrence Tower. He is a fun guy, and I can't wait to watch him play.
You're right on top of it. That's exactly where I was going with the fun guy.
I'm there with you,
You
man.
don't even need me here.
So, by the way, go to, since it says hashtag Buckeyes, I have the Ohio State Hoops Twitter and X account up now. They're just at Ohio State Hoops. This is cool that they actually have the ticket plans on their page now. So they've got the links to it, little boxes you can click for just single game tickets as low as $8 and 4-game mini plans as low as $67. That's really solid, isn't it? I haven't clicked on the mini plan.
They have the buttons there or the prices?
No, the prices. Yeah, I mean, yes, the buttons as well, but more the prices. Four games for $67, right? And I don't know. I don't know if those are all 4 Big Ten games or if they have a couple non-cons and then a couple Big Tens.
For that?
Yeah.
You're getting to see basketball.
No, not bad at all. And let's do it. Let's do Script Buckeyes tonight. Because, the game day poster's got Bruce Thornton, as it says Ohio State at Texas A&M, game day, and he's wearing the scarlet Script Buckeye uniform. So let's go with that. Let's do it. All right. We have one more thing to do, and I got to tell you, it is a thing that I got to get right at because it has not been going my way lately. Let's make the picks.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Buckeye Show's fastest football picks in the world.
Sponsored by Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
All right, Jacob, tell him the sob story for me here lately.
So, Timmy, last week you went 2-6, making your overall record 40-41.
Ooh.
Tyvis, however, you're still doing better than him. Tyvis went 2-6, and he is 37-44 overall.
Wow.
You guys both only picked 2 right last week?
It was a tough week. There were some weird things. I think most people were missing those games that we missed last week as well.
Looking at the sheet Bodie left for me, it was tough seeing all those X's next to the picks.
I know. It was not clean. I had such a good start. I want to say it was like 13 or 14 games over 500 a few weeks ago, and now just look at the beats. So it's ebbs and flows, which tells you the wave's about to go back up, right?
Yeah.
So we are taking, before we get rolling, we're taking into account the spread, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, these aren't just...
Right. You got the sheet there?
Well, spreads on everything these days. I don't know.
We're picking against the spread. It would be too easy to just pick winners. You think I'd be under 500 if we're just picking winners?
Wasn't listening. Maybe you went out on the ledge. I just seemed like that seemed really bad.
You respect the final walkthrough segment. I hoped you'd have a little more respect than that.
I got to even it out.
My dad actually texted me last night about missing the Commanders-Eagles game. He was checking on me. He's like, I know you badly screwed that up. Because I thought Washington was going to win the game outright. Was wrong. I was like, Dad, what hurts more is that I care so much now about the Commanders. But let's run through these, Jacob. Let's do it.
So the big noon game, which is actually going to be a big 10 o'clock kickoff game, Utah at number 17 Colorado. They are minus 11.5.
We're going to go with the Buffs right here. I think they're starting to roll, and they got me. I went with Texas Tech at home to cover, and that hurt me last week.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going Colorado.
All right.
Tyvus is on Utah.
Oh, boy.
Then we got number 22, LSU. They are laying 3.5 in the Swamp at Florida. Tyvus is on LSU.
I am too.
Yeah, me too. That seems low.
The big game in the SEC, number 7, Tennessee at number 12, Georgia. Georgia is laying 9.5. Tyvus likes the Dogs.
We know the running back situation too, but I think the Dogs are going to survive this one. I think I'm going to take them laying 9.5 as well.
No, I'm taking Tennessee.
All right.
Number 1, Oregon is 2 touchdown favorites in Camp Randall in a night game at Wisconsin. Tyvus likes the Ducks.
Ducks.
And Kansas is at number 6, BYU. BYU is only 2.5-point favorites. Tyvus likes the Cougars, though.
Rock chalk
all day. Timmy, you think we're going to pick against Kansas here? Come on.
No chance. No chance. They're finding their way.
They're a basketball school. And then in the game in Wrigley, Ohio State is 28.5-point favorites against Northwestern. Tyvus likes the Buckeyes.
Yeah, it's Buckeyes.
Jacob, you'd know better than anyone that they're a basketball school, wouldn't you? Carolina boy.
This is true.
How'd that taste?
I'll take the moral victory in this one.
You know what? Respect, because you came from 20 down.
Yeah, not many teams do that in Allen Fieldhouse.
Honestly,
had a lead.
Yeah, you're a good-looking team, really good-looking team. That I've talked to people that have been to hundreds of games at the Fieldhouse, and they said that was the best environment they've ever been in sports. That game, the Jayhawks and the Tar Heels at the Fieldhouse, and to survive that crowd and that 20-point deficit, to come back and nearly win is impressive. But you've lost in the end. Losers in the end. All right, good stuff, man. I really appreciate it. Buckeyes on the road at Northwestern at Wrigley Field tomorrow at noon. Our pregame coverage will start at 6:30. Buckeye men's basketball coverage at Texas A&M. I'm sticking around. It's next on The Fan.
Bo Bishop is a media legend. We have no idea where the other guys came from. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Football is all about scoring big, and so is Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. With 4 dealerships and a collision center, you're sure to find the perfect vehicle. Plus, every vehicle purchase comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty. Our Carvenience service picks up your car, gives you a rental, and returns it without you lifting a finger. Score big today. Experience the difference and visit HindererMotorCompany.com. We love what moves you.
The National Veterans Memorial and Museum in Columbus preserves and shares the stories of our nation's veterans from all branches and all eras of service. With a gift of $20 or more, you can honor a veteran in your life by dedicating a flag in their name to be displayed on the museum's expansive grounds on Veterans Day weekend. Your gift will be matched, and your veteran's name will be shared on our website. Learn more at nationalvets.org.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. The right coverage can be a game changer, both on and off the field. That's why Encova Insurance is prepared for what's next and protects what matters most to you. With independent insurance agents in your neighborhood and innovative insurance products that can be tailored to fit your unique needs, Encova Insurance is an easy win for your peace of mind. For auto, home, and business insurance, you want Encova on your team. Visit Encova.com today to find an agent near you.
AgPro has been family owned and operated for over 64 years. We take pride in developing long-lasting relationships and offering first-class customer service. Need a new tractor, parts for your used equipment, or reliable service? AgPro has you covered. AgPro is here to serve you and your operation as your hometown dealer. Visit us today at any of our AgPro locations or go online to agproco.com to get started with your AgPro experience.
Come on over to Heartland.
Now, to run a successful business, you need to develop a strong relationship with your accountant, your attorney, and most importantly, your community banker. If you find it hard to get advice from your bank, maybe it's time to consider Heartland. I'm Scott McComb, CEO. Come on over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Where banking feels good. Member FDIC, Equal Housing.